Hello, welcome to Card Minds. Thank you for stopping by. This is going to be a Gemini weekly money and career reading from February 20th to the 27th, 2023. Gemini, welcome, welcome. Let's see what messages we have for this upcoming week, February 20th to the 27th, 2023. For the sign of Gemini. The Emperor, Gemini, taking control. Okay, you're wanting something more balanced, right? You're taking control of the situation. You're taking control within your job, within your business, within your career, within your school, right? These readings are for everyone, all ages. If you connect, that means there might be something for you, right? It doesn't matter where you are, how old you are, right? So here you are as a decision maker, or maybe you are okay, 10 of Swords. So this is maybe you are at the end of a situation, the end of a job, or the end of a business, or the end of a partnership, or the end of a project or something. Or it can even be you're not wanting to do things like that anymore in your job, right? You do not want to operate like that anymore. You don't want to deal with things like that anymore. You're taking a stand, and you're taking a stand to make things more balanced. Maybe you're helping others. Maybe you're helping others because you didn't like the way it happened, or you didn't like the way that it went down last time, or you didn't like the way it was in your job or in that business or in that company last time. So this time, whether it be you bossing up in a company or bossing up in a job, taking on more responsibility, or taking on or getting a promotion, you are wanting to reorganize and make sure things or decisions are made in a more balanced way. Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag, or someone around you. This can be a boss. This can be someone you're working with. Or it can even be a friend, a coworker, a family member. It doesn't have to be within the job. Something there, this 10 of Swords, this disappointment, or the end of a certain situation, job, business, whatever, is really having you rethink and reposition yourself, yes, in your career, in your job. You're making a decision here to change things, to go on to something much more important for you, to reassert yourself, to it's a pivotal point in your life. It's a pivotal point in your career. You are letting go a certain way, letting go old grudges, right? And it doesn't matter what it's all about. It can be just in your mind. The triggers from past situations, the triggers from past jobs, past conflicts in a business, in a job, in whatever, right? It will be different for each and every one. But that is no longer going to happen. You're asserting yourself. You're bossing up. You're bossing up. You're bossing up in your responsibilities. You're bossing up in your approach to a job. So you can be in the same company. You can be in the same job. Your perspective is different. And if you're a manager, if you have a lot of responsibilities in that job, you're really going to do things in a completely different way. Maybe even managing money in a different way, managing people in a different way. Your philosophy is different, or maybe you're even redirecting the business into another direction, right? Enough is enough. Enough dilly-dallying, enough people not working, or enough people not caring, or not doing the job properly. You don't want any of that, right? So, and if you're not a manager, if you're just trying to get a job, or trying to boss up, you're looking at your career in a different way. You're looking at your job perspective in a different way. And you don't want to tolerate nonsense anymore. You don't want to tolerate a certain way of being, of, not caring. You don't want that anymore. So either you want to go in a direction of helping people, guiding people, being there for people. You're generous with your time. You're generous with your money. Or you want something, yes, you want something just makes you happy. So your decision here, which is a big decision, a big change. This is a rebirth, right? Judgment is really bossing up that thing that is most important for you. You're glowing into your new job, or glowing and growing into a new enterprise, a new career path. Right? It's completely different, but you've learned from the past. You learned from this disappointment here, or this job loss, or this money loss, whatever it is, that's no longer going to happen, right? You're moving into something much calmer, much more harmonious, right? And it's just more joyful. Because the people you're working with probably are not the same, right? And this emperor, you're in control now. So maybe you're even starting your own business, getting out of corporate life and starting your own business, getting out of that job, that company, that, and starting your own thing, or just taking a job that really is much more important for you, who you connect with on a soul level, on an emotional level. Gemini, which is pretty amazing for a Gemini. Two of Swords, yes, you're very mental, Gemini, right? It's all about mental and the power of your mental overriding everything else. Two of Swords, you do have to make a decision, right? Once you realize that your power is somewhere else, that your job is somewhere else, or you're moving on, you're rebuilding, or your career is really about reinventing yourself, you have to make a decision. But you're in control. You're the one in control. You know that that you're making the decision, but also you know that the next step, whether you work in a company, on a business, on a project, or in school, whatever it is, right? It will be different for each and every one of you. You will rule. You will rule. And you now really have a clear vision of what you want, and conflict doesn't scare you. You prefer to have the final say, and you will not hesitate to use your power to protect yourself and your loved ones, right? Whatever happened here, you want the final say. And you want that leadership. You don't want anybody, to put you down, or, you want leadership, but you want leadership in a calm energy, in a serene energy. You don't want chaos anymore. I feel like you're coming out of chaos. And you're mapping out your solutions. You're carefully strategizing to solve the problem, to push forward in a calmer energy. You've gained a lot of wisdom and a lot of experience, also guiding others and helping others. I think that is what is really pushing you forward. You're finding that calmness, that serenity, being there for others. King of Wands and Queen of Wands. Wow, Aries, Leo, Sag. You can be working with these two people. They seem like they're very powerful entities in your career, in your life. Can be friends, can be co-workers, can be boss, but I feel that it's you embarking on building your own tower, building your own business. Yes, happy, celebrating to be independent, celebrating to be be your own boss. That's the way it feels. And being with the right people. Three of Cups is celebrating with friends, with family, but also feeling like you're working with people you really enjoy working with. Out of this Ten of Swords, out of this Two of Swords, conflicted, not knowing where to go, not wanting to work there anymore, and now really wanting to be your own boss. That's the way it feels. connecting or not. That is what it feels. And it feels like you're just happy all around to be able to work with these people, guide these people. Yes, it feels like something very mental. And that can be mentor. You can be mentoring, teaching, coaching. You can be coaching. Feels a lot like coaching, but it can be career coaching, it can be sports coaching, it can be anything, life coach, right? But it requires structure, it requires more skills, but you really understand what this is all about, and you understand how you're pushing forward, you understand how you're changing things, changing your career, how you have to strategize, what logistics you need, what finances you need, and you're planning all this out. It's almost like a business plan or a blueprint, right? You know what you have to do. Oh, I almost feel like I want to do a manifesting reading for you, Gemini. It seems very interesting. If I have time, I will. All right. And so, yes, you're letting go. Not surprising. 7 of Swords, 4 of Cups, all these cards letting go of the disappointment, of the boredom, of the way things were done or are done. That can be right now. It's not for you anymore. It's not for you. And I understand that. Right now, it is complicated. The world is complicated. The energies are complicated. They're conflicted, but they're also energies that are different from a few years ago, from pre-world situation. And people don't have the same drive. People don't have the same ambition. Some do, of course, right? I am generalizing. Some do. And I always say in these readings, even if the energy is not there, let's stay creative. Let's stay ambitious. Let's put ourselves out there. And because if we don't do it, no one else is going to do it. And most people don't care anymore, right? So let's keep caring. And I don't mean to preach anything, but let's keep caring even in our own individual way so we can reinvent ourselves and we can empower ourselves to start new businesses, to put those ideas out there, to be creative, right? Let's not lose our souls. Let's put our souls out there and be creative and reinvent the world. I know, sorry for the rant, but sometimes I wonder why everyone just doesn't care anymore. Let's not stop caring. Let's not stop caring. All right, here we go. Let's see if there are a few more messages in this second deck. Yes, excited. Again, the Queen of Wands. You have the Page, the Queen, the King. If that's not empowerment to create your own business or to put yourself out there and get that job, you're asserting yourself. You're power. You're powerful. You're confident. Put yourself out there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you have the Emperor. The wands are all about building, creating, being empowered, being, starting your own business and not taking any BS. You're confident, you're bold, you're creative, pushing forward, imposing yourself and imposing justice. Imposing fair. You're fighting for something, Gemini. I don't know what this is. Comment down below. Share your story. Share your career. Where do you stand on your path? Because you are not taking any BS. Now Gemini usually doesn't take any BS, but here you're fighting for a just cause, or you're fighting for a cause, or you're fighting to start that business, to impose your point of view, to impose your power, your creativity, whatever it is. You're making a big decision. You're making a big decision because it is important. It's almost like the universe is pushing you out there to make that big decision to change your career. That without that decision, that career is not going to change. Right? Without that vision of empowerment and thinking differently and having a different philosophy and having a different approach to your job or to the way you do it or to other people around you, whatever it is not going to work if you don't change things, if you don't make that decision. It is a pivotal point in your career. It is a pivotal point in your life, with the judgment and the justice, and the judgment and the justice keep coming out in all these readings. Big decisions. Well, I think that these big decisions are also because things are stagnating and people are not happy with the emotions, the energies that are out there. And so if we don't change things, if we don't empower ourselves, no one else is going to do it. And things are just going to stay stagnant with this sort of low vibe of not expecting much and not really caring and just showing up for work and not really doing anything, but expecting to be paid even more, but not working. That's a concept that's a little odd, but a lot of people think that. I think that you're not taking any BS, and it's almost like you could even go back to school for something because you want to assert yourself and you want to make things happen. Wow. Gemini, powerful, powerful reading. All right, let's see if there's one last message for the road. Gemini, weekly, money and career, February 20th to the 27th, 2023. Gemini. You understand what it takes. This Hierophant is speaking to me right now. You know you're bossing up. You know you're going to go into a different zone and make things happen. All right. One last message for the road. Thank you. Oh, many cards here. Yes. Tower, not surprising. You understand. Four of Cups that we already have. You're disappointed from the past. Believe in yourself. You're in a period also of healing, right? Of letting go that past disappointment, letting go those past ways of working, or in a job, in a career, in a business, whatever it was. You realize that it's going to be different, and you realize you're going to think differently this time. Again, the Two of Swords, yes, making that choice. Again, the King of Wands, asserting yourself, bossing up big time. Another page. You believe in this, and you're excited. You're excited for this new adventure. You're excited to approach this career in a different way. You're excited to approach this job search or this project or whatever it is you have in mind. You know that this is it's almost like your calling. This is your calling. Yes, and you have the High Priestess as well, the knowledge of understanding to follow your intuition, understanding to follow your inner guidance. You know, Gemini, you're in the know. You have the knowledge to transform this. And again, look at all these cards. And again, the Judgment. Rise up. Rise up to your destination. This is a whole new destination. Rise up, Gemini. I hope you enjoyed this reading as much as I did. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to each and every one for supporting this channel. Thank you for subscribing. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for liking, sharing, and commenting and sharing your energies. Let me know where you stand on your path. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, Gemini. Bye-bye. Have a great week.